morning, guys. We're going to be talking about Joe Biden's affirmative action hire. And you're probably wondering which one. Well, if you look at the title and thumbnail, you can guess I'm actually talking about Kamala Harris, not Corinne Jean-Pierre. Now, Kamala Harris, no doubt, was a social justice hire. I believe that Joe Biden or his handlers actually chose her pretty much for one reason. She's a quote-unquote black woman, even though she's mostly Indian, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's the only qualifications, just like Corinne Jean-Pierre said that only qualifications was that she was black and that she was a lesbian. That was it. Both of them are terrible at their job. Now, Kamala Harris is supposed to be the czar of the border, and she has done nothing. She has never went to the border. She has no plans to go to the border. The policy is leave the border open, nothing more. And also, guys, unfortunately, a massive hurricane also hit the state of Florida. And Kamala Harris made a statement that seems like it's pretty much out of Jim Crow. Here we go. Kamala Harris blasted for pushing racist policy in response to hurricane damage. Now, the hurricane does not discriminate on your color, your race, your political ideology. Doesn't care. I mean, I've been through many, many hurricanes. White people are affected just as much as black people. But what Kamala Harris said, if a white person actually said this, that we're going to take care of white people first, that person would be deemed a racist. But since this is Kamala Harris, you know, the social justice hire, leftists are not calling her out on this at all. Listen to this, guys.
It is our lowest income communities and our communities of color that are most impacted by these extreme conditions and impacted by issues that are not of their own making. And so absolutely. And so we have to address this in a way that is about giving resources based on equity, understanding that we fight for equality, but we also need to fight for equity, understanding not everyone starts out at the same place. And if we want people to be in an equal place, sometimes we have to take into account those disparities and do that work.
Wow. That is Marxist ideology, folks. Now, Kamala Harris is definitely more left than Joe Biden. She is. She's talking about equity. And she's talking about basically poor black people. We're going to help you first. You white people, you're on your own. That is not the way it's supposed to be. But this is not surprising, man, coming from a Democrat. And Democrats have a long, long history of racism. This woman is terrible. Terrible. I remember when she was actually running for president. It actually may have been when she became Joe Biden's running mate. She put up a video, and it was just pure communism, just flat out communism, talking about, hey, we're going to take from the rich people and give it to the poor. That's not the way it's supposed to work in this country. That is definitely Marxism. Kamala Harris is terrible. Absolutely terrible. So now that's going to lead us to another person. We're going to be talking about Bill Maher. He has been coming out and he has been hammering the left. Now, he's a left guy. He's a liberal. But he even sees how crazy the left is. And guess what, folks? He is not a Kamala Harris fan. I'm pretty sure that woke leftists are actually going to be crushing Bill Maher for saying this. Bill Maher says Kamala, not Biden, should be ditched to save Democrats in 2024. But Joe's party is now so woke, it'll pick a deaf Eskimo to replace her. Yeah, as you guys know, when it comes to 2024, the vast majority of Democrats don't want Joe Biden to run in 2024. But when it comes to job approval rating, the only person that's less popular than Joe Biden is Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is hated. She is hated. She's hated by the people in her own state of California. I mean, she is trash. And I'm pretty sure the people on The View are going to be coming after Bill Maher. He's going to be called the racist and all this other stuff. And I don't even agree with Bill Maher on this. I mean, Kamala, Joe Biden, yeah, she's more left than Joe Biden. But Joe Biden doesn't even know where he's at. Joe Biden shouldn't be running. Kamala Harris shouldn't be running. They're terrible. But let's go ahead and play this clip right here, and you'll hear Bill Maher.
Quit. He's not giving it up. Oh, he's not a quitter. His whole life he's never been a quitter.
It's very hard to take the nomination away from the president.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Sitting president. And what I could see is replacing the vice president, because she's not very popular anywhere, and it didn't seem to work out. And I don't know, that's been done before on a ticket, you know. I mean, a lot of people.
Tulsi Gabbard, remember, that was that moment in the debate where she brought up that there are men and women in California that are in prison for these, pot deals, and then she was laughing about getting high on the radio station. And it was just like Tulsi Gabbard was like this heat-seeking missile. That was the end of it. She's got a lot of, in addition to being, for some reason, an off-putting person, she also has, I think, a lot of baggage that probably wouldn't do well under a lot of scrutiny.
I just think she's a bad politician, and I think she's a very bright person, but I don't know. But I can see them doing that, because a lot of the problem with Biden being old is, if he dies, then you're going to get this person. Okay, so here's the problem with the Democratic Party. They're so boxed in by identity politics that you cannot conceive of a Democratic ticket that doesn't have a woman, person of color on it, and pretty soon you're going to line up behind that gay, Latino, and you're going to have a deaf Eskimo be
Yeah, so that's what Bill Maher had to say. And you know what? He's probably right about 2024. I mean, the Democrats have become so woke, it actually may end up having to be a trans person of color to actually be the nominee for the Democrats. And of course, they're going to get crushed by this. But Bill Maher wants Kamala Harris drop. I don't believe he's necessarily saying that Joe Biden should run in 2024, but if he had to choose, they should actually drop Kamala over Biden. They're both just so bad, man. They both is just so horrible. So horrible. Kamala Harris is a joke. I already said that Joe Biden is probably the worst occupier of the Oval Office of all time. Kamala Harris she actually may be the worst number 2 of all time. She just may be. Man, that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.